couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Jackson will throw. Going deep. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's the handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll give it to the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Working that left side now. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays.
Going for the big play. He makes a grab, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Florida. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Off play action. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. From the gun, running back gets the give. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Jackson will throw. Looking to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Power football with the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Williams looking for a man. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Might be changing the route. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Green. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Curl route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route, and then he came back to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Jackson going to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Washington. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Jackson will throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. On the option. Now the toss. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's got room. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anthony. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll ride his man on the option. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. Williams will pass. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a crease to the left. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Holmes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The Huskies have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Swings it out to the flat. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Jackson will throw. The quick out. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Williams looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see it.
Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Husky. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. And that makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They have the lead in a 2-possession game and oddly lining up for an onside kick. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gonna run it. It's Jenkins. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Jackson gonna throw it. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Arkansas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Williams will pass. Looking left. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Huskies. They appear to be headed to the win column for the first time this year.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Here he comes with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. Hauls it in. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched